So we're here for the NCAA Women's College Basketball Scores for Monday, January 18th, 2026. So we have some games from today. There's 3 featured games on Fox. They have games on main Fox, right? Because main Fox does not have nationally syndicated shows on throughout the day. Like NBC has their morning shows for news. Like today's show, they have Everything News Now, and then they have like some affiliates with shows like Dateline, like repeats of Dateline. They have syndicated shows like News, News. I mean the local didn't have news as well, but like they show like that on there. Even during the Olympics, they show Today's Show. Like the main part, at least the Today Show. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But yeah, NBC, Bart Fox does not have like NBC's Good Morning America, and CBS has all that. So Fox does not have that. So Fox is willing to show. So Fox is willing to show sports during like days that where people have off, like a lot of times like Thanksgiving is common. Like even days like Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Then they have what else is there? Memorial Day. Memorial Day is like NBC like show sports. I think they did. They do. But like Memorial Day, presidents like Martin Luther King Jr. Day during the day they'll show like women's college basketball. They'll show President's Day, they'll show basketball. Coming up in February, they'll show basketball. A couple basketball games. AB Fox will. So they're good about that. Like Memorial Day, they show maybe some sports. Not like and then like they show sports that aren't like necessarily college sports, like Memorial Day. So days where there's no like holiday on, like NBC is out with their coverage of like pro sports, like ML, like NBA, and we've got the NBA there, and with MLB they'll get special Memorial Day games, but yeah, so it's cool. But so I get live sports is a bit, and that's what kind of makes the channels money watchers. So I don't blame them. There's no college basketball during the day. When people are off work for the holiday, and off school. I don't blame them. We have number 1 UConn. They defeat Notre Dame 85-47. Number 5 Vanderbilt 72-69 over number 7 Michigan 71-69. Number 12 Ohio State over number 9 TCU. Was at the Prescott King Classic. TCU Ohio State was. Michigan Vanderbilt was at the Prescott King Classic. It was at the Prudential Center in New Jersey. They went to, it was the home of Seton Hall, the Seton Hall basketball teams, men's basketball teams, in the home of the New Jersey Devils in the NHL. Play there too. So, and then the game at UConn's campus. So they had 3 games: 2 at the Prescott campus, 2 big ones, 2 ranked matchups, 2 ranked versus ranked, and 1. It was supposed to be ranked versus ranked, but Notre Dame hasn't become an unranked this season. But Vanderbilt proved why. They've been proven why they've been ranked. This season, but they're still. But people People thought they might lose to Michigan, but no, they did. They hold on and survive Michigan. Princeton almost lost to Harvard in overtime, 82-79. Number 20 Princeton goes to 4-0 now in the Ivy League with us 82-79 over Harvard in overtime. Mount St. Mary's goes to 500 overall, 5-4 in Metroland Athletic Conference, but a game above 500 as well. They defeat winless in conference Niagara. Niagara was 0-16 overall and 0-7 in Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference play. But Niagara falls to 0-17, 0-8 in Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference play. There's three teams that without a win. There's Niagara, Central Connecticut, and Valparaiso. Three teams without a win this season. And there's still two teams with a loss this season, UConn and Vanderbilt. St. Peter's up beat Zion 63-30 in St. Peter. I mean, if you look at conference records, St. Peter's was 4-4. St. Peter's was 2-6. And now St. Peter's beats Zion 63-57. Pennsylvania gets their first Ivy League win. Pennsylvania was 10-3 in non-conference. Dartmouth was 9-4 in non-conference win. So, two teams had good non-conferences, but they struggle in the Ivy League play. So we're going 0-3. Pennsylvania gets win number 1 in the Ivy League. And then Yale gets their first win over Cornell. It wasn't super bloody, but in the first quarter they won. In the first half, Yale won each score by a point to 2. Then Yale scored 7 in the third, put 9, and then with a 6-point win in the fourth to make it up 15. And then so they get their first win over Cornell. First win Ivy League play. Columbia gets win number 3 in Ivy League play with a dominant first quarter, 24-10. They win 68-52. Fairfield with a dominant first half before the rest of their stirs maybe a little bit in the third and fourth, in the fourth for sure. But they played dominated Siena. It's Fairfield 86, Siena 50. Quinnipiac goes to 9-0 in Metro Athletic Conference play. Goes 14-4 overall. They were 5-4 in non-conference, 9-0 in conference play. They win 75-60 over Merrimack. Sigerhart survives over Marist 56-54. Marist was up 10 at halftime, and then up 15 after 3. But they score 25-8 fourth quarter run. Sigerhart did a really solid fourth quarter run to win 56-54. Alabama A&M survives against Alabama State 50-41. Tight one between those two schools, but Alabama A&M gets the win. Montana gets win number 1 in Big Sky play, 76-72 in Arizona. Manhattan 58-46 winners over Rider. Manhattan was 0-9 in non-conference, and so far in conference play, they've rattled off 5 wins in their 9 Metro-Link Athletic Conference games, and now they're 5-13 overall, 5-4 in Metro-Link Athletic Conference play. Montana State, with this win over Northern Curl, they get win number 6 in Big Sky play. They are now 13-4 overall, 6-0 in Big Sky play, with a 71-57 win over Northern Colorado.